Hi, so the first thing I'll show here is my relationship diagram, my ERD. So here I have uh, a table for project with project ID being the primary key, and then some other table columns here. Um, Material is another table, material ID being the primary key, and the project ID being the foreign key. And then a few more columns in that table. The step table with step ID being the primary key, project ID being the foreign key, and then step text and step order being two more columns. And then I have a category table, category ID being the primary key, and then a column for category name. And then this project category table that has a relationship to both of these. So it's the join table that joins the project and the category. And then looking at my relationship lines here. So many projects can have many categories can have many projects. And you can see those are both optional, both directions. But for a project with material and steps, um, one project is mandatory and it is optional for it to have many materials. Same thing with steps. One project is mandatory and it is optional to have many steps. So if I were to delete a project, I would want to also delete its steps. And so you can see in my Eclipse file, projects, resources. So here I have my project schema SQL file, where I first set this up to drop the tables. So I dropped them in the order material, step, project category, and then project. And so setting those up, I have the create table. So it's going opposite order of how they were dropped. So the first thing I would create is a project with the project ID being an int and auto incrementing, and it is not nullable. And then some other columns that will go in this table. Again, the primary key being project ID. And then I have the category table, project category table. So this only takes in the project ID and the category ID. Both of those are going to be foreign key referencing that specific project and category ID. So the unique key here is that specific project ID and then the category ID. These have on delete cascade because if I delete that category, I want to make sure to delete whatever I was trying to join, right? Or if I delete that project, again, I want to delete whatever I was trying to join. Same thing with step and material. So foreign key project ID references project ID on delete. Ooh, cascade, yeah, cascade. Okay, making sure it's all spelled right. So let's look at this whenever it is actually ran in dbeaver and connected to MySQL. So here I have MySQL 80 database that I'm connecting to, and then my schema projects. And you can see tables under here, which are already created. But I can run this whole script just like how I had it in, I first wrote it out here, but I'll run it here in dbeaver. So I'll execute all, and you can see that it goes through. And then I can open up each one of these tables and look at my different columns. So